year of the ambiguous hamster, and Maustria is in uproar. The cheese convoy to repay Burdain has been ambushed, and the royal treasury has been raided, emptied by mouse or mice unknown. And then the Countess Penella reports that her personal storeroom has been burglarized, immediately after receiving a sizable payout from various merchant ventures. All of this proves too much for the government of the regent de Bruges, who is ousted by the Council of Nobles and replaced by Baron Verpelt, now Count Rostopki, who has renounced his claim on the throne in order to serve in the position. In the middle of all of this political chaos, it is reported that another candidate for the throne, the Countess Varzin, has been poisoned by an assassin posing as a doctor. Blame is directed towards Viscount Chabris Moselton, who has recently fought a duel with the Countess and fired with deadly aim. A new Minister for Internal Regulation is appointed to oversee the security of the realm and investigate all these robberies and assassination attempts. The new minister is the Countess Penella, who immediately discovers evidence linking the robbery of her estate to General the Count Gudarian. The council erupts in accusations before more evidence is presented indicating that the Count has been framed by Lorenzo, Lord of Trentus. Further investigation suggests that this last evidence has been fabricated, and the entire affair dies down in bitter recrimination and mistrust. The former regent, de Bruges, is appointed to command 6th Corps, garrisoning Stilwen, as Rostopki takes up his position in the capital as regent. Gudarian is promoted to Lord Constable of Maustria. But the regent is also chair of the committee investigating what happened to all that cheese, and points the finger squarely at Mouskar, a provisional governor. Mouskar loudly protests his innocence, but is then revealed to be attempting to blackmail, or at least intimidate, another noble, Runard, over the ambush that stole the 50 cheese to Burdain. The council acts in this matter at least. Mouskar is ejected from the noble council and declared a rebel. Warrants are issued for his arrest. Lorenzo of Trentus writes to the council informing them of his forces' victory over Gudarian at the Battle of the Border Fort, but the council rejects calls for a peaceful solution to the conflict, and General the Count Gudarian, now Lord Constable of Maustria, is on the march in the north. But the most dramatic occasion of all occurs at the very end of autumn, when Stepka, Prince of Adorn, personally appears in the Council of Nobles to make a statement and press his claim to the throne. He says, in part, "Now is not the time to pick at old wounds. Now is the time of healing. Now Maustria has to come together under one monarch. I will try my best to convince this council of my ability to be the king. I will speak, I will act in peaceful ways. I will fear no expense or toil or danger, but I will never again raise arms but in defence and by leave of this council. If I am successful, I will be the king that Gustav saw in me, a just and noble king. If I should fail and the council lawfully elects someone else, I will be the first to say, 'Long live the king, and long live Maustria.'" Stepka has barely finished speaking before mice leap to their paws and begin demanding his arrest and trial for treason. And so autumn turns to winter.